Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Discussion here. So, last night, the World's End AEW pay-per-view. This video, we're going to be talking about MJF and Adam Cole. Now, MJF is supposed to be the heel, and Adam Cole is supposed to be the babyface in this. Sort of, right? Because if you remember correctly, if we all remember last year's World's End where MJF would defend the AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe. And he was being haunted by someone wearing his devil's mask. And to no surprise, at the end of the show, it was revealed that Adam Cole was the devil and he had his Undisputed Kingdom there. And they attacked MJF at the end, thus turning heel. And you had a heel faction, and then MJF went away to get his injury on his shoulder taken care of, and Adam Cole was left there with a shattered ankle, sort of just unable to really do anything, just on TV with the stable, and it all fizzled out. But then MJF would come back as a babyface. Adam Cole wasn't quite clear to compete yet. He came back at Double or Nothing. They do the angle in the ring. Adam Cole goes away. Not too long after, MJF turns heel again for some inexplicable reason. And then eventually Adam Cole comes back as the babyface to confront the now heel MJF. And here we are. And, they had their match. Those two work well together. I think they work well together. I think... a lot of fans online were saying that this was the worst feud of the year. They couldn't wait for this to be over. How horrible it was. I think those two have great in-ring chemistry. I think those two work really well together in-ring. I have no problem with their matches. The problem is with the story they told, in my opinion. They wrestled for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, which MJF won. He low-blowed Cole, hit him with a heat seeker, 1, 2, 3. And they had some interesting moments in the match. MJF going outside, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. They were guarding the ring, and MJF sort of confronts them. The ref has his back turned, dealing with Adam Cole. He hits the steel steps with his hands, makes it look like he was attacked by Bennett and Taven. Ref throws them out. Very cunning, very intelligent heel thinking there. I like that. I like that element of it. And then at the end, after MJF gets the win, he tries to break the leg of Adam Cole, but they make the save. I think it was Matt Taven and Mike Bennett make the save. And then as MJF is leaving, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly sort of show up, throw him back in. They hit him with the diamond ring. Adam Cole does. He spits on it, throws it down on top of MJF. Then the Undisputed Kingdom stand tall in the ring while MJF leaves. Undisputed Kingdom consisting of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven. Now, here's the problem. The fans were booing them. The fans want to cheer MJF because they know how immensely talented he is. And this booking right now is completely sort of off-putting. MJF is meant to be at the top of the card, a main eventer, leading the brand, leading the pack. He's a top guy. Putting him in mid-card feuds so other people can have their time at the top is... I don't want to say watering MJF down, but that would be the logical sort of conclusion you would come to in a way. Again, I like MJF's work. In a vacuum, he's immensely entertaining. And while some people don't like what he's done this year, like sort of taking the International Championship and turning it into the American Championship, maybe they look at that as a bit goofy. I look at that as a wrestler taking a title, taking a concept, and making it his own. That's just classic pro wrestling storytelling, at least in the modern era. So I don't necessarily have a problem with that. The problem is, I think this is the problem, is that MJF was the face Adam Cole was the heel. Adam Cole was the guy that betrayed supposedly his best friend and did everything he could to cause him damage. Now we've somehow reversed the role, and we're trying to tell people that no, Adam Cole was really the babyface this whole time, and it was MJF was the heel, and MJF was this terrible person. But that's just contradictory to the story that we just watched. It's contradictory to the story we've been told. And the booking makes sense in a way. Not the story, the booking. You still have meat on the bone between those two. They work well in the ring together. They work well in promo battles together. They have chemistry. So you think to yourself, okay, logical booking. Let's put these two back together and see what we got. The problem is they're in the complete opposite roles that they were cast in. Completely. It's like watching a movie halfway through and then deciding, well, the guy who's the good guy and the guy who's the bad guy are now switched. They're opposite each other. Frodo's the bad guy now, and Sauron is the good guy. That's basically what they did here. They didn't complete the story, and when they decided to rehash the story, the characters were in a completely different spot, recasted, which ruins it for the audience. It ruins how the audience feels, because they want to cheer MJF. At least they want to cheer MJF in the story because he was the good guy originally. It wasn't Adam Cole at all. And, heel MJF may be doing despicable things to Adam Cole, like low blows and trying to break his leg with a chair. And fine, these are heel things. They're bad guy things. But the thing is, the perception is he's doing this by himself. He's by himself doing this. Adam Cole has a stable behind him to help him. Anytime you have more help with you like that, when it's a stable situation, a faction situation, that wrestler is going to get less sympathy than the other wrestler. Because, again, MJF was doing heelish things, but by himself. Right? Like Austin. Think Stone Cold Steve Austin, 96. He would do, not just 96, early 97. He would do heelish things. He would do terrible heelish things to Bret Hart and other wrestlers for that matter. He even attacked the crew backstage once, if I'm not mistaken, throwing a poor guy into a ladder. He did heelish things, but he did them by himself. And because he did them by himself, I don't think the fans could truly hate him. It's one thing to do something terrible by yourself, and it's another thing to do something terrible with other people. Right? And when you do something terrible with other people, a faction that's backing you, it just makes you look more heelish. By yourself, yeah, maybe when you do it by yourself, you're a heel, but it's not the same effect. And it wasn't the same effect here. MJF, terrible things. Tried to break a man's leg, low-blowed him. Talked about his breakup with his ex-girlfriend. Said that bad things, did bad things, but he's by himself. And he's saying and doing these things to someone who previously already betrayed him and broke his heart a year before. Which means it doesn't connect with the audience right. Hopefully this is the last time these two work together for a while. Hopefully this sort of goes away. I think you got to keep these two apart for at least 2 years. And it's got to be a fresh story if you ever bring them back. There's no reason for these two to work together. This was the equivalent of a story finale. MJF proved to be the better wrestler by winning the match, but Adam Cole walked away with his friends, and MJF was alone with his Dynamite Diamond ring. Fine. Story's over. Time to move on. And that's all for this one, guys. Thanks.